Recording in progress. Hello, Discover and Recover Yoga folks. On this 21st of February, 2024. Welcome, and so glad you guys are here. For those now and for those who will be watching at some later time, it is this opportunity to discover that which no longer serves our highest good, our next level, or whatever we want to say, 2.0, 3.0. And to recover through what I hope is a recovering practice of some movement, some meditation, some mindfulness, yoga wrapped into that, of course. That is the idea of Discover and Recover Yoga. Do a lot of work in the recovery world with addicts and alcoholics, myself with 31 years in the alcohol-free realm. And it's been an amazing journey from that perspective. But let's see if there's any, so just a gentle note that there's another upcoming date. So I missed last week. The next date is the 6th of March. It is Wednesday, the 6th of March. So we'll have a hiatus then as well. So we begin in child's pose. I'm going to join on the mat, on the mat. We've got some thoughts here. I think it's a meditation cushion. There's a couple of yoga blocks, but for child's pose, nothing is to, don't use any kind of prop, but hunkering down. Settling into child's pose. And in doing so, perhaps the forehead readily makes it to the mat. If not, no worries. You could stack one palm on top of the other and let that forehead nestle on the back of the hand. Some will use the yoga block to settle in. Today's theme, this week's theme, as I instruct during the course of the week, is we're going suggestion, opportunity to go complaint free. So in this world that we live in, we look at some of the social media stuff that's going on, some of the messages, the messaging, and the energy that maybe you might be experiencing from realms or certain pockets of places you might visit or people you might come in contact with. There's regular, consistent complaining. So I'm suggesting to students from this moment on for 1 week, 7 days, going complaint free. Good luck. So you nestle into child's pose. Check in with how the breath is flowing. Hopefully it's flowing like water. Thank you. Thank you to Bruce Lee for that visual, the martial artist, the famous martial artist, kung fu artist, Bruce Lee, for that concept of let the breath flow like water. My hope is your breath is going to help you get a little more grounded, a little more centered in this position. After whatever's transpired from this moment or from this day, from the moment now, from the moment you awoke, I should say, from the moment the eyes popped up in the morning, the feet at the floor, this is the moment where you should. Now, let's do this. On an in-breath, let's reach a little further, but as you exhale, all 10 fingertips to the right side of the mat. And that means I get my left hip to be a little heavy towards my left heel. Who knows? My forehead makes it to mat. Yours might be floating a bit. You can stick a blanket or that block. Maybe make local underneath to kind of support the neck. Option, suggestion to float the right hand down by the side of the body. Some will line to the inner outer blade of that right foot. Some will bend the right elbow and slide the back of the right hand up the spine. Just depends on shoulder flexibility. If none of that works, you just have both arms out towards the right side of the body. As we hold here for 3. Breathing steady into that for 2. Now, let's come back to center. Yes, gently come back to center. All right, both hands to the left side, right hip heavy towards right heel. So, nestle into this position. Feel that expansion on the right side. Similar process with the left hand. The left arm. Let the breath flow. Then we talk about breath regularly in the practice, and there's an opportunity to get a little fuller, a little richer, a little deeper. And inhale to see what that expansion feels like on the right side. So it's letting go, let go. All right, eventually, on the exhale, let's sweep it back to center. All right, opportunities, you draw the wrists over the shoulders over the wrist, you're coming up to table. Once established in table, we're gonna spin. So as if I'm taking the shoulders out over the wrist as comfortably as possible. Hips brush across the heels. So whatever direction, you can have that circle be small, medium, or large. Very simple. Profound. What's happening to wrists and shoulders, knees and hips? Okay, here we go, DNR yoga folks. Let's reverse it out of way. Easy, smooth. A few more rotations, please. Nice. Okay, back to neutral. All right. So yeah, still in tabletop. But you have to don't draw this right knee, this right leg out like a dog on a fire hydrant. That sounds funny. Oh, maybe make my right foot relax or flex. You can choose. And we're gonna rotate. I'm moving that right thigh, right knee forward first. So that's the motion. Working on that right hip flexor, getting some flexibility and some pliability on that hip flexor. So that sweeping motion keeps going for 4. Wrist right underneath the shoulders. Here's 3. Here's 2. Now on 1, please reverse it. Floating, circling the other direction. Beautiful. Here's 3. 2. Nice. Now on 1, we're back to hands and knees. Maybe a little shoulder shimmy, maybe a little hip shimmy. Now the same principle applies to the other side. That left knee come down like your male dog on a fire hydrant, and then you start rotating forward at first. Yeah. Doesn't matter the speed or the size, just as comfortable as possible in those hip circles. So here we go for 4. Nice. Breathing steady into that for 3. There's 2. All right, last one. Let's reverse it. There's 4, 3. Here's 2. Nice. Last one, you're back to neutral. All right. Suggestion here is to draw the hands to heels. Suggest this is hero. I've heard it called hero's pose. If this is too much for the knees, it's one modification, blanket or a bolster or something can go between the hamstrings and the toes. It's a nice prop. Similarly, block. You go between the thigh or between the ankles and sitting the booty on the block. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and use my prop. Bringing the hands to heart center. If there's a purpose for this practice, an idea, some thought, maybe there's a notion. Perhaps it is around. I go complaint free for this time frame. It's 7 days. It's a haul. But what might happen is there may be some awareness, your reticular activator kind of peaks when you are thinking about this. If you do think about it consciously or unconsciously, of those in your midst who may be complainers, those in your midst, workplaces, out in the real world, social media connections, however that might be. Yeah, beautiful. All right, let's interlace those fingers, press, interlace palms forward. Chin is in, carve out the core. Inhale, interlace palms towards the ceiling. And then twist. I'm going to take this left hand to the right thigh and twist. So just a little twist for the torso, for the spine. Hopefully you can on that right shoulder. This for me on this position, I get fingertips to the mat. I don't get my hand, but I can always place a block. Nice. Inhale, you might shut a little broad. Exhale, you might deepen that twist over that right shoulder. We'll hold for 3. Let the breath, but the pose. Almost there for 2. And when only the head moves, so torso is twisting right, but the gaze is left. Once that's established, the chin lifts and the chin lowers. So inhale, chin lifting. Exhale, chin lowering. Here's 4. Oh, there's my top. Here's 3. Working that cervical spine. Here's 2. Nice. All right, please untwist. Return the hands back to the heart center. A little check in. Maybe more love, some more light going out to somebody in your midst who may be struggling. Maybe it's for self. Now let's reinterlace the hands, left dominant thumb on top, press it forward. Nice. Yeah. Draw the navel towards the spine. Now inhale, sometimes palms towards the ceiling. Let's now it's right hand to left thigh. We're going the other direction. Right hand to left thigh. Taking my block so I can get the left fingertip on the block. That will kind of supports me as my left arm is like a second spine. We'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now only the head moves. Towards the front left, or gaze is right. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, lower the chin. Follow. Here we go for 3. If there's any pinching or any impingement to that neck area, stop going. Just keep the head neutral for 2. All right, please, let's unwind. Yeah. All right, here's a very simple. I'm going to make my props on. I'm going to float through table to the downward dog. So making that smooth transition from tabletop, from hero's pose of the tabletop, and slide down. Yeah, and you know the deal there, regular practitioners, what I'm going to suggest, even the new ones, just start to pedal the feet, wag the tail. Don't forget about the higher energy centers in the head and the neck. You can use a little movement of the head, yes or no. Nice. Yeah. Gaze towards the belly button, a lot of energy at the top of the mat, a lot of energy at the back of the mat. Oh, man. Nice. All right, inhale, that right leg will lift. Who knows how high or how low. As we exhale, we're going to draw right knee towards right elbow. Right knee towards right elbow. Inhale back out. On this exhale, right knee comes towards chin or chest. Inhale back out. On this exhale, right knee comes towards left elbow or left tricep. An opportunity to thread that right foot through. Right wrist can stay to the mat, and left arm might lift, and we'll revolve, or we'll have this little fallen version of triangle. Otherwise, wrist and shoulders stay aligned. We'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Well, if that right arm, left arm is lifted, it's going to relower. Right leg's going to unfurl back to the downward dog, or excuse me, 3-limb. But eventually, I think it's going to have a smooth back lunge. Here. Nice. Anchors. Left front collar, put around warrior 2. Right foot forward, left foot back, warrior 2. Nice. A lot of energy. Left foot. Facing the left side of the mat, steady gaze, top of the right hand. Inhale, exhale. Right hand high, left hand low. Beautiful. Maybe the gaze to the outer edge left foot, maybe the outstretched right fingertips. Beautiful. We'll hold for 3. Pose for 2. Come back to the warrior, please. Warrior 2. Inhale, long through the fingers. Here we go. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm by 6. Left arm by 6, that left ear. Yeah. Maybe extending side angle, right hand to the instep of that right foot, maybe to a block. Beautiful. We'll hold for 3. Nothing. Breathing into that for 2. All right, now let's return back out to the warrior 2, please. Here comes a pretty big transition. It's super ready from the waist down. As exhale, this left foot sweeps up and around, and I'm at eagle legs. My body will not allow my two hands from down my right right ankle. So you could always find a kickstand version. I'll mirror this. Actually, this is not mirroring you guys, so you're seeing that left arm is going to swoop underneath right. So the kickstand version would mean I have the ball of that left foot connected. Maybe a little deeper bend into that right knee. As we lift the fingertips a little higher, you can always bring the hands to the shoulders for a variation as we hold for 3. That's nice. Breathing steady into that for 2. Now let's just gently unwind to mountain. Just one more unwind to the mountain position. Mountain posture. Big breath in. Okay, I'm going to adjust the camera just a bit. Yeah. Okay. So from the top of the mat, return to mountain, our reverse mount, first mountain. So see how it feels. Lift the 10-toe pads, lift the thumb pads. Return back to the surface. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms wide, and maybe a little back bend. And here we go, swan dive. Flat, forward fold. Between the palms, the shins half lift. exhale, fold in. And this is, I would suggest for this go around, we walk the feet back to downward dogs. Unless you have the tension, the desire to go through chaturanga, but otherwise just walk the feet back to downward dog. Okay, and let's switch the side from that. Once you're nicely positioned, inhale, hang left leg lifts. As you exhale, left knee towards left elbow. Inhale back out. Here we go. Exhale, left knee towards chin or chest. Inhale back out. Here we go. Left knee towards right elbow, right tricep. I'm threading through. Maybe the right arm lifts. We go deeper to the back now as you open up this fallen triangle. Otherwise, right wrist is underneath right shoulder. We'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. That right arm is lifted. Let's go ahead, lower, unfurl that left leg back to 3 limb. And eventually smooth step to the top of the mat. Lunge. Right foot anchors, right arm cartwheels up and around. Warrior 2 on this. Yeah. Maybe anticipating what's coming up with that. With the eagle legs. Let's see if we can just pause on this for just a moment. Here we go. Exalt. Leads to the outer edge of that right foot, maybe the outstretched left fingertips. Feel your way into this pose. Yes. All as well. Hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now back out to the warrior 2, please. Inhale, long through the ditch. Here we go, side angle. I can see my block is handy because now I'm going to take my left hand to that block and find an extended side angle. Nice. Knees to the, maybe spin upper right ribs a little higher towards the ceiling as we hold for 3. Nice breathing into that for 2. Now back up to the warrior 2, please. Now my block's in the way. What's up? Right down here, right foot sweeps up and around, eagle legs. Yeah, maybe the right foot wraps, maybe it doesn't. Eventually, right arm will wrap underneath left. Again, hands to shoulders, if that feels better. Otherwise, yes. Deeper bend, maybe a deeper bend into that left knee as we hold for 3. Nice. Maybe the fingertips reach high towards the ceiling, a little higher, maybe to the ceiling for 3. Everything unwinds. Back to mountain. Okay, maybe a little shoulder shimmy. Shimmy. High top of your mount. Then and go through. It's gonna sound silly. From mountain pose. And if you have central axis point, you try to have through your torso, down through your root chakra, and we're gonna spin around that central axis point. So the joke might be that if, like in the day when I imbibed, this would be me on a night where there was a large quantity of alcohol in my system. Oh, yeah. Just notice how that spin around that axis point works. Outer edge of the feet in blade. Reverse it, take it the other way. It's so balancing this morning. This afternoon. 3. Pretty simple. We go for 2. Okay. Now, I'll face the camera. You're facing mountain pose, top of the mat. We shift to this right foot. I'm drawing this left leg up. And I'm going to do my best to see if I can get that left thigh to come to parallel. Arms are going to lift. Nice. Wasn't here. And I'm going to rotate that left ankle to the right or to the left, or it doesn't really matter. So that left ankle gets some rotation. If you want to challenge yourself balance-wise, close the eyes or gaze to the ceiling. Now, please rotate that left ankle to the other direction. Keep going for 4. There's 3, 2, and 1. Now, eventually, left foot lands to the outside of the right foot, and we have this cross-legged mountain pose. Nice. Making those hips to feel like they're secure or square to the top of the mat. Fully rooted, arms will lift. Maybe the gaze follow up. Maybe back bend, perhaps some swan dive. Flat and forward fold with the push cross legs. So this is where a block could come in handy. As a prop. Chin tucks in. Eventually, let's glue the piece of mat across that left shin. Cross leg. So I'm drawing the crown of the head forward. Think about long from the crown of the head to the tailbone, and then we'll fold it like here. Our arm ground like wings, reverse swan dive will take us to standing. Palms meet above the crown of the head, but then exhale, uncross. So it's going to bring us to mountain, to Tadasana once again. Wait to that left foot, right leg rests. It's actually my left leg, but it's your right leg. It's just so simple, right? So for some, if it's easier, you can grab a wall or a chair. Now that ankle starts to rotate. That right ankle starts to rotate. Ooh. It's my left ankle. It's a little different than the way the right one works. It's the right is my dominant. Again, gaze to the ceiling or close the eyes. Now rotate that ankle the other direction. Here's 3. Here's 2. Now land that right foot to the outside of the left. I gotta take a moment to see if I can ground. Arms will lift and we swan dive. Same thing, other side. Ooh. Piecing your hand palms to shins, let's half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Yeah. Nice. All right, arms are out like wings. Reverse forward guide. Take us to swing, palms meet, and then please thumb cross. So refine yourself back to mountain pose at the top of the mat. And let's just pause here. Realign, readjust, reevaluate. We've been still in month 4, month 5 of minimizing that forward head tilt. All right, hands come to the heart center. I'll come back and face. Only to go ahead and interlace. Index fingers are pointing towards the ceiling. Inhale with index fingers to the ceiling. As you can such chair pose with the bind. Simple. My heels are grounded. My toes are slightly lifted. Inhale, I'll lengthen through those index fingers. As I exhale, index fingers sweep to the right. Inhaling back to center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time, each side. Let's pause and let's straighten. Oh, yeah. Mountain pose. Shoulder shrug, let's shrug the shoulder up and let's roll them back and down. Some simple shoulder shrugs. Here's 3. Here's 2. Last one. Okay, let's shrug up and roll forward. 3. Here's 2. Nice, last one, beautiful. I'm going to meet you guys at the top of the mat. Only go ahead and slide the hands down the legs to this position. Standing position, like you've just run the 50-meter dash, you're a little out of gas. Inhale for standing cow, exhale for standing cat. Here we go for 4. Keep the shoulders soft. Here's 3, 2. Last one. Okay, as you neutralize, you pause here. Let's begin the descent. Let's slide it all the way down. Oh, yeah. I'm going to bend the knees deeper, maybe hands, maybe palms to mat. Walk it back, step it back, hop it back. Knees lower, things like in child's pose. So let's revisit where we were at the beginning. Notice that. Any nuances, differences, sensations in this version than the one we had? A few more breaths here in this moment. Okay, here we go, DNR folks. Let's come back up to hands and knees. All right. We've been here before in what is going to be a supported side plank. Left wrist to the middle of the mat, and left knee is in alignment with the left wrist, right foot goes down, right arm goes to the ceiling. So as we build this nice supported side plank, I've got the top of that left foot, that left shin nicely ground. I'm gonna lift this right leg. Option is to keep the right leg grounded. But if you can, lift that right leg, and then option number 2 is to bend that right knee and bind. Perhaps you can find the top of that right foot or that right ankle. Please, the gains may go steadily over the right shoulder as you build this foundation and get that quad stretch. Core is slightly engaged to find that center of gravity as we hold for 3. Nice, breathing into that for 2. Now I'm going to gently release this right leg long. That little momentum is going to twist that left hand and slide the right hand down the right leg. Yeah, nice. Great pose. Feel that extension on the left side. Hold the legs flat on the right. We hold for 3. Let the breath with the pose for 2. And here we go, DNR yoga folks. Let's cartwheel both hands back. Land the wrists underneath the shoulders. Right leg stays lifted. Your fan adding in some power poses. The exhale draws chest and chin down. Right leg lifts. Inhale, twist and go. Exhale, draw the elbows back by the hips instead of flaring them out to the side. So here we go for 4. Breathing steady into that for 3. Here we go for 2. Nice. Last one. Nice. Okay, left knee, right knee lands back underneath right hip. All right, I'm going to guide you guys through this next one. You guessed it, it's the right hand to the center. Right knee in alignment with the right wrist. The left foot comes back. Same principle. Left arm lifts. Okay. Option. Keep the left leg grounded. The left foot grounded. Or it lifts. And just see how the body responds to that. You've got the top of that right shin and that right foot. Hopefully finding some center of gravity, core slightly engaged. And there's that additional center of gravity to try to find that connection. Option. Start to bend out nothing, whether it was lifted or not, left heel towards left foot, and maybe the bind happens here. So again, if you find yourself, if it doesn't work, you can just draw heel toward glutes and no hold for 3. Just breathing steady into that for 2. All right, I'm going to gently release that left leg long, that little momentum. Here we go. Right arm presses up and over. Left hand slides. Slides down. If you like, you can move the head a bit, yes or no. Hold for 3, not the breath, but the pose. Hello, right side body, breathing into that for 2. Yeah, there we go. Cartwheel both hands to land underneath the shoulders. Reach it. The guy, left leg stays lifted, and we lower down. Same principle, other side. That's the exhale. Inhale. Here we go for 4. 3, 2, last one. Okay, guess what? We're back to tabletop. No, those are really no fancy transition. The learn here with the left foot, and swing the legs around to the front. Finding our way to table, to staff pose. Use my trusty bolster, aka meditation cushion. I'm going to sit on this because I'll explain as we come into this even forward tool, my hips lifted, just take my low back. So if it's a blanket, a book, a pillow, something that gives you a little bit of lift, arms will lift and will fold. So as I come into this tight position, there's a little bit of less strain on my lumbar. That's a suggestion. Yeah, so we move those hands to shins, to ankles, to the feet. Maybe a little side to side rock. All right, walking the hands up the outstretched legs. All right, now I know I'm gonna not need this, so I'm taking it off to the side. Hold the feet meet. So I have my hands behind my hips where I rock my root chakra a little closer. Try to feel where I can land, and then I'm grabbing shins, ankles, tops of the feet, and then here we go. Come on, so butterfly pose. Some will have that chest towards instep. I might for me, that range of motion needs sit, so I'm just gonna let my elbows crook those knees out wide, draw my chin in close to the chest, semi close to the chest. Mhm. Nice work, guys. Here we go for 4, maybe a slight flutter for 3. Here's 2. All right, I'm gonna roll up my spine, bring the soles of my feet back to the mat, legs straighten. This is where I want to make sure you've got room behind you. Room behind you. Let me get my puffs. Come on. Point your toes. Reach the fingers, and let's just roll down the spine. And we'll roll to right about here. So this will be our little core. We'll add another little core moment in a moment. And then coming back up on the inhale. Now exhale, I might go another vertebra or 2 lower to hover here for 3. And you see through the toes and the fingertips for 2. Nice. Oh, and we'll rise on up. Okay, we have 2 more of those. Exhale, we're going to come down a couple more vertebrae lower. Here we are for 4. That's it. Breathing, swinging to that for 3. Strong boys, anything we think we are for 2. Right now, 1, rise on up. Okay, here we go. Last time, being our yoga folks, roll it as far down as it's possible. Variations, forms to the mat. Some will grab the hamstrings, grab onto the pants. Here's the hover. We'll hold for 4. Nice cut. Breathing into that for 3. Almost there for 2. On 1 lower. Oh, right there. Oh, yeah. That's my morning stretch. Here, whatever it's here. Reach arms over the hand. I got students that palms kiss, they interlace, and I press back that way. Shoulder shimmy, perhaps. Toes point to feet flex. Lengthen a bit more, but here we go. On the exhale, only the right knee comes in. Hello. Calipers. Left foot is flexed. Left calf is glued to the mat, and I have this. Only to go ahead and have that left hand guide that right knee to the right. Nope. Left hand guides right knee to the left. Let's take it to the left. Steady gains over the right shoulder. I know that my range of motion is a little limited. Let's see if maybe I can take that right thigh to the meditation cushion. My right shoulder blade's popping off the mat. I'm going to do the best job I can. Nice. Where's the pop? So breathing into this. So we'll take this left hand to the outside of the right thigh and give it a little nudge as we hold for 3. Let's breathing into that for 2. Now let's come down to center. Hips will lead the way. Now right knee will follow, and I'd like you to bind it again. Reset. Left right leg to the ceiling. So the right leg is to the ceiling. You're going to bind behind the right thigh, behind the right knee, maybe behind the right calf. How about giving that right ankle some TLC? On the chair. Okay, eventually, and feel the shoulder blades that back hand off of the back. You bring your forehead to knee, maybe chin to shin. If the elbows are flowing out wide, I'm going to suggest you follow into the outstretched right leg. How about recommitting to that left foot? So we got core, we got hammy. A lot of stuff going on here for 4. Let's start breathing into that for 3. Here's 2. Right? So shoulder blades in the back and head to the mat. Rebend that right knee and give it a hug. And then let's switch. Right leg is long. Left knee comes in. So same principle as applied. Ooh, yeah. The rib hugs in. Right foot is flexed. Right calf is good. Right hand guides. I'm take my pillow. My right hand guides that left knee to the right. Ooh, yeah. Steady gaze over that left shoulder. And breathe. Actually, the yoga teachers, when I'm a student, when I'm seeing things online, when I'm listening, it's that word, just breathe. I know we're doing it. Can we be more intentional? What's that breath gonna look like and help us when we try not to complain? Hold for 3. Nice. Breathing into that for 2. All right, come back to center. And rebind that left knee, recommit to that right foot and that right calf. And then when you're done, your left leg goes long. The bind is wherever it lands, thigh, behind the knee, behind the calf. Right, left ankle gets some love. All right, you have the opportunity now, as you see the feel the shoulder blade and the back of the up. Again, elbows are also, we're gonna draw them in. Read the right spot, please. Hello, hand. We'll go before. Four is engaged. Two, maybe on a long neck for three. Here we go for two. All right, rebend that left knee, shoulder blades in the back of the head to the surface. Right knee comes in to meet the left because they're buddies. You might find it comfortable to give a little side to side rock, maybe even front to back. All right, doing so, I'm making sure that I have my chin right towards my chest. Oh, but eventually it's happy baby pose. So before we rest, coming into the classic happy baby pose. If you're unfamiliar, if soles of feet draw towards the same thighs coming towards the mat. So we'll grab the calves. So we'll grab the ankles. Outer bleeds of the feet is an option. I'm still checking the hips. I have to lift my shoulder blades to the back of the head to get to this. Now, a little add-on. Each feet around the big toes. A little add-on is to add that right knee, excuse me, left knee. I'm gonna draw left heel towards left glute as I try to straighten more on the right leg. Almost looks like a, yeah, I'm saying almost like sundial, which just sounds weird. Now reverse that. I'm gonna bend the right knee, right heel toward root chakra, and left leg starts to straighten. My right elbow is kind of touched, focusing that right knee out a little wider. And now let's do one more time. Other way. Oh, there's a pop. All right, one more time. Other way. Nice. An option to come out wide with both legs. Don't have much range of motion. I've got some students that those legs will go really wide. So feel what works best for you is with whole contrary. Let's breathing into that for two. I almost suggest the legs come back to center. Option, hands come down to the sides. You can put hands underneath the bums or underneath the bum, or hands down on sides for that slow, ever so slow releasing the calves and the heels to the floor. Take your time, another train coming. Once you land, we rest. Once you land, we rest. I'm gonna let my feet splay out. Hands are down on the sides of the body, maybe by forearms, 5 or 6 inches, 4 or 5 inches away from the side body. Palms up a little more receiving of energy, palms down a little more grounding. Find that sweet spot in Savasana. Maybe it's a shoulder shimmy for me, a little hip shimmy, and get another cleansing breath cycle in. And wish for one and all to just simply let go. Release. Relax. All mind the time. Please take advantage of the stillness. Somewhat quiet. Okay. Here's an invitation to revisit morning stretch. So for most, it's arms overhead, toes point or feet flex. You may give the wrists and ankles some additional connection, rotation, fingers and toes. So I've got some that frame their head, they grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Little shoulder shimmy, little hip shimmy. Inhale, you might grow a little brighter, but on the exhale, the knees are going to drop in. So supine bind, whatever level of intensity that is, what it feels like in your moment, in this moment. Then I've got some students that float to one side or the other. You'll find yourself in the fetal position. Others simply stay on their back. However that manifests for you in this moment. And then individually, collectively, we'll press or rock and roll our way up to seating. I get to once again engage with meditation cushion. So for this version of DNR yoga, this is our first official seated posture. So coming into that. Let's take a moment to reassess where we are in the physical body, how we are in the mental state, what is the emotional body feel like, how is it showing up? What a delight to be with you guys. Sheer joy, sheer honor, what a privilege. So how we are in the emotions, in the mental state, in the body, this mantra comes up. I am not the body. I'm not the emotions, I'm not the thoughts, I'm not the mind, I am the soul. I'm a divine intelligence, a divine inspiration, divine abundance, divine joy. Palms meet once again at the heart space. Shifting at the heart center back to your purpose. Maybe it is around this. Can I go complaint free? And a little bit could be a little tough. However, whatever comes to mind as we conclude the practice in the traditional fashion, the word namaste, please know that divine light, teacher, the spirit that dwells within me, indeed with a bunch of gratitude. And both the mindset and the heart set towards less complaining, bows to the divine light, the divine teacher, and the divine spirit that resides with each and every one of you. Namaste. Once take it off recording.